Hi everybody, Caroline Mathis. It is that time of the year. We made it through 2020. We are now going to go over the numbers for November. So let's see what we did for November and what I think maybe might still happen in December, okay? The first slide that we're going to look at is to see if the prices went up. And look at that, 2 months in a row, the median price in Truckee Meadows, $455,000. So this is from the last 13 months, and you can see back in November and December, we duplicated. Yeah, it was $400,000 for the median price. But look at here, October and November for Reno Sparks as $455,000. I'm kind of thinking that maybe for the month of December, prices may go down. Went down $7,000 in 2019. Do I think it's going to be that much? Maybe 5 if we're lucky. Average days to contract, 34 days, did not change. Back in November of last year, look at that, it was 61 days. So when you decide to go and sell your home, it's going to go quick. Inventory, sales, and what's come on the market. Look at November. Oh my goodness. We had an inventory of only 360 homes on the market in all of Truckee Meadows. Cold Springs all the way down to Washoe Valley, that whole gamut, 360 homes. We had 551 homes that sold. We have to thank our builders that I would attribute probably about 100 of those homes were new builds. And so we have to thank our builders for keeping up. And even though they are just kind of releasing just 5 or 10 homes each month, it's keeping it so people can make that move up and get on with life. This is kind of interesting. I was kind of messing around with numbers and seeing what things might be like. Look at this November 2019. Look at that big, tall, gray column. 1,000, almost 1,100 homes we had as inventory. Isn't that amazing? Now we have 360. What a difference a year makes, right? This is active months of inventory per home sale. So stayed the same again, little over a half a month. Should no other homes go on the market, will take us maybe 11, 12 days to sell everything that we have on the market. That's pretty scary. Here's the months of inventory per price range. And we can see that in the average price is $455,000 in Truckee Meadows. So what do we have? 0.4. So maybe 8-10 days. That's all we have of inventory if nothing else came on the market. In the millions, we have a little bit more, a little over a month. So we're looking at maybe a month, maybe 40 days, 45 days. So not too much. It's crazy. I thought this was kind of interesting as well. We have 360 homes on the market as of the end of November. If you take the millions, that's about 22% of that 360 are over $1 million that are for sale. Isn't that nuts? Not in little old Reno, Nevada. New contracts. We were going gangbusters in October. And we were talking at the time is that we were kind of wondering what the elections were going to do. And then everybody kind of kicked back and relaxed and took almost a week off for Thanksgiving. So we dropped quite a bit for the number of contracts, but still 434 contracts. Look at it last year. We had 450. So we're still right there. It's nuts. I wanted to go and throw this slide in. This is inventory across the United States. So it's not just the Truckee Meadows that is having a shortage of inventory across the United States. 2.5 months of inventory is what they're anticipating or what they're looking at across the United States, and that was as of October. We'll go and break it into cities now. 485 for the median price in the Reno area proper. 40 days to contract. Keep that in the back of your mind. Inventory went down and so did new listings. We're going to flip over to Sparks now. Median price went down just a little bit, 410, might as well be 411, but look at the days to contract. 17 days, that's all. You put a house on the market, you're done. You have an accepted offer within 17 days, and that's average. If it's priced well, we've talked about that, it's going to go in a matter of hours at times. Both the units sold and the number of listings that came on the market, both were down. We'll go out to Fernley. It's a little bit more less expensive over there. Median price went down 5% to 302. Days to contract, about 30 days. And again, the solds and the new listings are down. We'll go over to our capital. We went down just a little bit in Carson City to 365 for the median price. And theirs went up about 5% of the number of days to market to 52 days that you would be on the market. Again, number of sold, number of new, down. We'll go over down the road, down 395 some more into Minden Gardnerville. Median price is 512, up just a bit. Days to market, look at that, 28 days. It reduced by a little over 25%. The number of homes they sold went up just a little bit, but look at those new listings, almost 32% down. Only 58 listings in the Minden Gardnerville area came on the market. We're going to go over to townhomes, and that's in the Reno Sparks area. 275 for median. Days to contract went up quite a bit, 43% to 44 days. Inventory sales down. Watch out for the HOAs. As I always say, we're going to touch base just a little bit in regards to the COVID. We've got to do this. This is kind of an index that we're looking at and talking about maybe the recovery of what we've seen. Remember back in April, May, June, everybody was going, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? When will we ever end? You can see in this graph that in February, we were on an uptick. Everybody's going, life is good. Then the 17th of March came and the market started going down and down and down. And if you really think about it, it lasted about 45 days, which in the whole scheme of things isn't that long. We started seeing an uptick in the first part of May. And look at this, in the middle of August, well, in the middle of July, I should say, we were back to that median price, or excuse me, that median number. And now look, we're 112. This graph is just to give you an idea and price and points. We have gone up, the recovery has gone up. If you smush those two together and omit that V, we'd still be on our road to going up. Hope that makes sense. This is the number of forbearances. So forbearance, in case you don't know, is that you're not able to make your house payment. You haven't made a house payment. Could be that you've missed 1, 2, or 3. We are fortunate it's gone down just a little bit again in the end of November, but we looked, actually beg your pardon, on the 20th November we saw a little down, but then after Thanksgiving it kind of went up. Everybody knows that last week California, a lot of the counties in California were shut down again. And Sacramento just closed, I guess, yesterday. So we're going to see probably a little bit more of an uptick. The interesting thing is the next slide I'm going to show you. Tells you about how many people are able to, 54% of the people that did forbearance or missed a couple payments have now paid those back payments in full. They're back to making their monthly payments with no surprises at the end when they decide to sell. Almost 31% of people are looking for a way to work out with their lender. Be it a balloon payment at the end, be it that you put a little bit towards your back into your payment. There's almost 15% of the 3 million people that are still needing to do some work and work with their lenders and try to figure out a good way. So a lot of clients have asked me, do you think that this forbearance is going to make a difference as far as short sales and such? In my personal opinion, I do not believe we're going to have the short sales that we had many years ago, 2008. What we'll see is, yes, there will be some people that maybe just bought their home a couple of years ago and now are not able to make their payments. This graph kind of shows you that. So if you are, let's say, 3/4 of the way of your 30 years, so you've already paid 22 years worth of mortgage, there's not very many of them, of those people that are having problems with forbearance. It's the people that are on to the far loan to value side. And LTV is a ratio, is the amount of loan that you have to the value of what the home is that I could sell it for. So right about 91, probably more like 92 to 100, or if they've just bought the house and now they've lost their jobs, of course, they might be in the hole just a little bit as to what the value of that home would be worth that we could sell it for you. The gist of this screen is that 89% of the people that are in forbearance will be able to sell their home and still have money in their pocket to be able to go and start over wherever might be. It's still so scary, but it is so good to hear that it's less than 10% of the people that have loans that won't be able to take any money away from with them when they sell their house. If you know somebody or if you have more questions, you call me. It's definitely going to be confidential. It's just between you and I. And we'll get some answers for you, okay? Mortgage interest rates. Last week, my lender told me we went to a historic low. Don't know exactly what that was, but he has seen this week that we've gone up just a little bit of an uptick. But my goodness, the mortgage, they're not thinking that the interest rates are going to be any more than maybe 3.1. It's unheard of. They're still giving away money, basically. If you haven't taken the opportunity to look at your home and say, you know what, we have been blessed, we both have good jobs, and we can move up because we're homeschooling the babies, and we really need to get a little bit different layout of our home. Let's go get together, see about selling this home and moving up. Look at the interest rate. It's so low. If you haven't refinanced, if you're in your forever home and you have not refinanced yet, call me. I'll give you a great lender to work with that too, because how can you beat 3%? My goodness. January, we did not we did a forecast, but we did not include a worldwide pandemic with that forecast. So what we're going to do in January is we're going to kind of overlook what's gone on in 2020 and where we think maybe 2021 will end up. So we'll see how close we were on some things. It's been quite interesting. I've kind of taken a peek or two and pretty darn close. So very good news. Please call me if you have questions, and I am going to be in town all through the holidays. I know it's not a good time to talk about stuff like that, but if you have your family in town, if you're blessed to be able to get together with people that you love and real estate comes up, be sure to give me a call or text me and I'll text you back type of thing. We'll get some information for you. I pray that you will be all healthy throughout this whole holiday season, and that I pray that next year that we're going to see at the end of this. So have a wonderful holiday season. Merry Christmas, and I will see you in 2021. Call me if you need anything. Thank you.